Ladies and gentlemen, Codyverse is back again with GM Series, but this is not the mainline GM Series. This, folks, is MyGM Turbo. We're going to have 5-minute timers, and we are going to be able to draft every superstar in the game. Only one version of a superstar can be drafted. So what that means is, yes, The Rock 1999, Current Day Rock, and Rock 2001 are all going to be available in the draft pool, but once one of those three versions have been selected, the other two are ineligible to be drafted. This also holds true for free agent signings. So if I take The Rock 2001, the only way Cheek or Canada will be allowed to get a version of The Rock is if I release Rock 2001. This also holds true to different gimmicks. So if one person takes Diesel, that means that no one can take Kevin Nash. If someone takes Scott Hall, you can't take Razor Ramon. There are a couple exceptions to this. Of course, the faces of Foley, Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack, all three of those could be drafted. They might be on different rosters. They might be on the same roster, but we know what happened in that Royal Rumble. The other exceptions here are going to fall to the chaos that is all the El Grande Americanos. So Original, El Grande Americano, Ludwig Kaiser, and Chad Gable will all be eligible. But outside of that, even if it's a different gimmick, I'm looking at you, Umaga. If one version of the gimmick is taken, the other ones cannot be used outside of those exceptions mentioned. We will be going through 50 weeks in that accelerated timer, seeing who can find the most success when the entire game roster is at our disposal. So I'm going to send it to myself and the boys. We pick our GMs, we pick our brands, and let's start this draft. All right, folks, we've set the table, and I've got to welcome the gentleman to the table with me. So I, Cody, am going to welcome in, I'll welcome in Canada first. Hey, Canada.
Yes, sir. Ready to be turbo.
And then also welcome in Cheek.
Last and maybe least. Probably least.
Damn, no, not least. I would maybe tied for least. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get a start right here for Turbo. For Turbo, we're gonna have random GMs, random brands. We're saving the custom GM for a future Turbo series, so not them. And at the time of recording, Stacy Keyboard is still glitched, so not Stacy as well. The first random goes to Canada. Ooh. Literally gets.
Ooh.
Wow, a hodgepodge of Cheeks last couple choices. So Canada will be Xavier Woods
Get my
and
sloppy
ECW.
seconds.
That's how I like them.
I'm going to be random next. I get NXT 2.0 and Mr. Fuji, and then I'll make him human. And then Cheeks combination is going to be Mick Foley. On
Hey, that's a Cody combination, isn't
CW.
it? From like the first.
Yeah, it's a solid.
So I know it's good.
Hell
You can't
yeah.
tell me otherwise. Be like, it's not, man.
And there's no AI in this set of MyGM Turbo. So we've got, if you don't know, the way we get it to where we're going to be able to have everybody be draftable is I had to download 66 community creations. I have named all of them Do Not Sign.
Could do one more.
And they're, I mean, I can show it here. So all the people that are marked Do Not Sign. So we've gotten inactive because I'm using that to grind my rise. But if I get to local talent here, you can see all these people do not sign. I just downloaded things that had pictures, and that's going to be the local talent. But we're not allowed to sign said local talent, but you have to have 33 males, 33 females as local talent. So that's how we're getting around to where we're going to be able to have everybody draftable. We're going max budge still. We have to. We got to go with our random order.
Hell yeah.
But this is going to be an intense one. So match unlocks. We're going to go classic. We're going to give ourselves full access to all the matches because in the main series, we gradually unlock them. So here we'll have access to all of them. But boys, it's going to be a 5-minute timer.
Oh, shit.
20% penalty if we go over. So it's MyGM Turbo, baby. We got to move fast. And you know we got to go immortal. And we're going to play one season. We'll leave the trophies and stuff where it is just in case something crazy happens. But one season, 50 weeks. We're going to see who the best is. But gentlemen, there's a little gift to each of us. We all have our first round pick locked in here. So as the draft is loading up, we've each had our own at various points on the channel. We've had our own local talent or jobbers that we've enjoyed building up. So we're each going to get a level 25 local talent to be on our brand. and
Yes, sir.
they're gonna have the same popularity to start. They've been each given a 3 mic skill, so they're just kind of in the middle. So they're strong but not too strong. So NXT 2.0, which is me here, I am getting Abracaslam as mine. He was a big proponent of my season 1 on 2K25. Let me sort this by name. It'll be way easier here. For Canada, he is going to get Paragon J. Pierce, who was a big feature for him in 2K24. And then for Cheek, he's obviously getting Triton. He took the man from level 0 to level 25 last year on WWE 2K25. So first round, we're going to be taking those people. So with that first pick, I'm going to go Abracaslam. And then after that, it's going to be full send with, I mean, literally everybody here. So Abracaslam going to go my way.
ECW, we're going to find, I'm also going to try to search by name. And then once I find it, is there an easier way to go, or just?
No, you just got to scroll. This is a good way to show the people that everybody's here. Look at all these names that we're going to be looking at considering in this draft. And again, you saw it in the intro. When one version of a wrestler is taken, all the versions are gone. So if one version of Hogan gets taken, the other versions of Hogan can't be drafted. So there will be some dude, this is nuts, actually.
I should have went the other way. I went the long way, like a Royal Rumble.
Damn.
There he is. Oh, baby.
Alright, I have to
They're
go.
going to take years.
Cheek, I'll definitely say go the other way.
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I wanted to show, the roster. All right, and there he is. Look at our king.
Hell yeah. Love that picture. They chose it for Cheek. I know it to be true.
There's so many good people.
I'm so
Damn
excited.
it. Oh, it duck the rule. Don't forget to take me, Daddy. But I
Daddy.
think without taking too much time, I'm just going to hop right in. And I got to take Daddy. I'm going to take the Taker. The Undertaker.
Ooh.
Let's go.
But all other Undertakers now off the board. All right, so after some consideration, my first pick is it's going to be the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah.
You know, I agree with Cheek. We got to go big. And I'm going to go The Rock.
For 2.0, I'm going to get my women's division started early here. And after exploring a little bit, you know what? She's my GM in the main series. I'm drafting Sensational Sherry.
I think we need to make a smaller statement. I don't know if this is too much of a statement, but I'm actually, I think I'm leaning John Cena. Not the greatest John Cena on the board, but I'm trying to manage this budget and not only have like 6 bodies on the roster. We got a long season, so I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to grab me John Cena.
I mean, this John Cena's off the board. All right, after considering something for me, too, I'm going to go for my women's division. I'm going to go ahead and, of course, I'm going to select Canadian legend Trish Stratus.
I'm actually going to not feed into my women's division, but I'm going to I just got to get him. I got to get a personal favorite, the legend of mine, not the body. I'm going Stone Cold Steve Austin, because why not? Who would have thought?
Ooh. You know what? I took a Canadian legend last time. Let's go for the Olympic gold medalist for the USA, baby. They give me Kurt Angle.
I'm not going to dance around here. This was a team that I wanted to get in WWE 2K25 and MyGM. I was never in a position to search and make it happen, so I'm going to at least get half of the duo to start here. This also is going to make Umaga ineligible for the draft now. I'm taking Jamal.
And to break up that tag team, I'm just kidding. I can't do that to you, Cody. But there is a man on this infinite roster that I've been looking to grab. I think this man is going to help me very much down the stretch as we get into the mixed PLEs, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get the ultimate weapon. I'm gonna take Andre the Giant.
You know, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't take a giant myself, and I'm gonna take Kane.
And I'll just go ahead and scroll right to it. We got Jamal. We're getting the other half because we need 3-minute warning. So it's no secret. I don't need to check his card or anything else. I'm taking Rosie.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? I'm looking at these rosters. It's very great, but I think I am going to actually pick me some me. I'm going to get myself Cactus Jack. My specialty card is Cactus Jack, and now you all are officially Cactus Jack.
All right, I've been looking around for a minute. It's stressful when there's this many good people. I'm taking one lower peak. Okay, I wanted to see if New Jack had it. But I'm going to go potentially to build another tag team here. I'm going to grab Haku.
I'm going to go ahead and to pair up with Kane, I'm going to take RVD.
Ooh.
I know I'm going heavy on the legends and heavy on the budget, but I think I'm just going to maybe do it for my tag team. I don't know. I think we just, you know, sometimes you got to spend money to make money. I'm going to go ahead and take Badass Billy Gunn.
And yet again, since I took one half a tag team, I can be quick on my pick here. Next pick for me is going to be a bit more stressful to figure out. But we took Haku. We're going to take Tama to team up with him on 2.0.
All right, boys. Well, everyone else is getting all these cool tag teams. I guess somebody needs to go with Cactus Jack, and what better than himself? I'm going to take Mankind. We drafted Mankind. We drafted Cactus Jack. I think it's time to get another legend in the fold. None other than Goldberg, baby. We're bringing him in.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite the misdirect. I love it.
Gotcha, baby.
I'm hoping this is my last big expensive pick of the draft. I'm going to have to go ahead and take the other half of the New Age Outlaws. Give me Road Dogg, Jesse James.
All right, I've been debating for a little bit. I decided with this pick what I wanted to do was I wanted to get a name but at a lower level because we've got all these alternate versions. So some versions, they have a younger version that's a lower ring XP, and that's what we're going to do right here when we take Brock Lesnar.
All right, very fair. I did not think he would be on the board much longer, but we had to make tough decisions along the way. Now this one, I am actually going to go back through, and I am going to get the last of the faces of Foley. I'm going to get Dude Stirs Dude Love.
You know, Cody said it himself with the youngers. Eddie Guerrero, look at him, 483 here, but we can get a little value. We can almost get him for half price. At a level 10, we need cruiserweights, so give me Eddie Guerrero.
All right, gentlemen, we took Sensational Sherry early. We need someone to feud with her off the top, so we're going to get our second female star here. And after looking around a little bit, I think we're going to go for the stamina play, and she is one of my favorites that I usually try to get in most MyGM playthroughs. So we're taking Bianca Belair.
All right, boys, I think I'm going to take my first female superstar. I've been looking at a couple kind of in this 160, 150 range. And I'm thinking I like Julia to start out. Level 10 ring XP, a lot of stamina to the table. So I think she'll be a welcomed addition.
Because I'm ECW, we won't be taking a lot of women, but I know I need to bolster this division somewhat. So a quick look here, but I think I will be taking Molly Holly.
All right, I've been looking, trying to get a couple value picks. I'm going to say right now, though, I'm probably not done with the big swings yet, though. I probably got a couple more in me, but I wanted to exhale for a moment. We're going to take if I can find her again. I was on her earlier. We're going to take AJ Lee, the younger version. The 2013 version of AJ Lee is coming to NXT 2.0.
We said we weren't going to take very many women, so this is probably my last women pick, unless somebody sticks out to me. But we were going to go value and getting a 15 level ring experience for only 160K in Jordan Grace.
All right, so we're going to take another level 5 here. We're going to take a little bit of a risk because I checked earlier. He is annoyed, but I think we can fix it. We're taking a youthful, degenerate version of the game, Triple H.
Yeah, I think I'm going to grab Kiana James just to get somebody else in with Julia. Start filling in my women's division. So give me Kiana.
Looking to fill out my tag team division, and I think what I'm going to do is apparently pick Eric. I did not do that.
Oh, that might have been me. I am deeply sorry.
All right, folks, for my pick, I know who I'm taking. I just don't know what version I'm taking. I took Triple H last round. The intention wasn't to just, like, I didn't have Shawn Michaels on my mind when I took the pick. But now that I have Triple H, I'm like, wait, I could just take these two together. So what I'm looking at right now, I know in-game the DX version of Shawn Michaels is going to be the one that has the immediate tag chemistry, which is this version. So I think that's probably going to be the one I'm taking, but I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything there that scared me away. So we are going to grab Shawn Michaels.
All right, so we're around the same area where Cheek made me select Eric. It was 179K is Eric's value. So we're around the same value here at the 186 to 171. What I'm going to get Cheek to do, I think, is I'm going to make Cheek select, and we're just going to be done after this. Eric's going to be on my roster. This person's going to be on Cheek's roster, and we're just going to go our separate ways, and we'll figure it out after accidents happen. But I'm going to have Cheek select Elton Prince.
Ooh, okay. Yes, I apologize to you.
Know why I'm doing that? Because Cheek is toxic.
I am toxic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty deadly. I apologize for my miscue. I have the controller in my lap. It's not normally there. Terrible situation, but thankfully, it's behind us now.
Because I'm assuming you're going to pick Kit Wilson as well because, well, I'll let
That's
Cody
fair.
pick him.
And then to complete my tag team unit, I will take Kit Wilson.
Okay, you're not toxic anymore, bro.
Hell yeah. Unless I accidentally hit it again.
Ah. Sometimes you gotta make lemonade out of lemons, so give me Ivar.
And when life hands me lemons, I make beef stew. And the closest thing to beef stew I think that I can do right now is to take the third member of DX here. We're going to take Baby China.
I have my heart set on somebody, so I'm going to get him now before he gets gobbled up. I'm going to take my boy, Cash Suplex.
Whoa. You know what? I like the extra value picks. Give me the Miz at 224. It's an older, or I guess I should say a younger Miz at level ring 10 experience. Wow, I had a stroke.
All right, so I got to tip the cap to Cheek because Cash Suplex wasn't going to last much longer. I had my eyes on, but I had my eyes on someone else in the level 5 range that I think is going to come to NXT 2.0 right now. Dude looks crazy. I want him on my brain. I'm taking Flint McStones.
They made him look crazy this year.
And we get to go back to back, and I already had a partner in mind for him, so I'm going to go right to it here. Unless they're not on the same side of the face and heel dynamic, at which point they might become partners later, but not right away. Because I saw Flint McStones, I was like, dude, he's stacked up crazy. And then there's another guy that I know is stacked up crazy, and that is Flex Mignon.
Oh, damn it.
And they are on opposite sides, so they will not be a team right away, but someday it's going to be Flint and Flex.
What?
All right, I'm going to keep adding to my women's division. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a specialist. I'm going to take Zoe Stark to come into the brand and give us some much needed depth.
I gotta pick somebody down in the value here as well. We had him way back. Give me the Red Flame. You know, we have The Rock, so why not get the Luck? 3 out of 5 mic skill too. Don't hate that.
I gotta say, I like that pick because I wanted to take the lock earlier, but then I was like, I hope Canada sees the opportunity to have lock and rock, or lock
Hell
versus
yeah.
rock. So I'm very happy you made that selection. All right, boys. Well, the boys know this. The viewers are about to know. I've been debating on taking 1 or 2 more big names here. So I was scouring some of the 25s to see if anybody was really jumping out to me. I got stuck between a few names here. And in the moment I'm making my decision, I'm bringing Big Van Vader to 2.0.
Ooh. All right, I've had my eye on this guy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab Rusev. I just like him. I don't know. I think and having a nice level 15, that'll do it for me. So give me Rusev.
All right, Cheek said it off the top. Who the hell is Battleship Brittany? He's gonna find out when she's on ECW.
Sometimes you just stumble upon greatness. Clubberella, we know, has some greatness in her, so she is going to come on my brand right now. Clubberella.
All right, I also am planning to take a female star this round. I actually got nervous because for a second Canada was hovered over, but then he moved up to Battleship Brittany. So I don't know if he actually had eyes or if it was just a quink-a-dink where he stopped for a second, but I'm taking the Carolina Reaper. Oh, nice. And I can go ahead and take who I'm assuming, we're going to say they're sisters here, because when I saw the Carolina Reaper, I was like, wait, I saw another Reaper. So we're also taking Robin Reaper, but they look to be enemies. But will they become friends? Find out.
All right, boys, I think you guys know I have a soft spot for Sol Ruka at this point, so why not bring in Sol Ruka yet again for another draft? We're going to see how she does on WCW.
You know what? Give me a guy who has been a legend on the channel. Give me John the Fish Herman. All right, we're gonna keep going down in the value picks here, the jobber picks, because we know we love building up our jobbers too. And I'm gonna take one half of a tag team I have in mind. Give me Clint McDowell. How do you say that? Let's hear it.
McDougal.
McDougal.
The Dukes.
Ruth McDougal.
Well, I'm going to move somewhat quick here. I do have to scroll. It's kind of in the middle, but I feel like this opportunity is right in front of me. I've got to start re-scrolling because I was on women. This is a manly pick. Because I've got the opportunity to do something here that I wanted to do in 2K25, but unfortunately wasn't able to fully commit to the bid as long as I wanted to. So it's time we bring back the Canadian Clippler. We're drafting Nick Clipper.
Fuck yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bargain bin as well. Ooh, Braun Breaker is very attractive, but I think sometimes, yeah, no, that's what I'm going. I think sometimes you just gotta. The silence is the loudest, so I'm gonna bring him on to the brand to cut promos.
WCW drafts
Silence.
That's wild.
Alright, I'm gonna grab, I think, one more jobber. I think I cannot resist the temptation of Medical Bill.
WCW picks Medical Bill.
All right,
Sorry.
It's okay. We're going with somebody. We're going into the bargain bin ourselves because it's weird that Cheek took Silence and Medical Bill together because I don't know why I felt like they make a good tag team, but you know who definitely makes a good tag team. I'm gonna go scroll down and show you Clint McDougal again, and he's gonna go ahead and team with Ace Backdraft for Fire and Order.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
That's a top tier team. Now I got to take out and get the other side of my team here. We got to get the other half of Snips and Clips. Bobby the Barber Marquee is coming to 2.0.
God damn it.
All right, I've been debating a while on what I want to do with my next pick. This one kind of gives away the next one, but I think we are going to go and take Thrasher.
Ooh. Not a coward. All right, I think it's time to finally get a CM Punk off the board. We're going to go younger CM Punk. He's got a level 4 mic skill, so we like that. And we've got 90 stamina, so give me older CM Punk.
I think I need a legit face of my women's stable. I got, you know, Julia, Kiana James, Zoe Stark, Clubberella. Like, I don't have a real big bona fide heavy hitter, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab Becky Lynch, get me just a tier or two under these elites, save me some money in the process, but I get a level 5 mic skill and specialist 5, so I have some flexibility there. So I'm gonna bring in the man.
I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and select JC Mateo with the thought of going after a tag team partner for him.
I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make one last splash on the female side, and I actually am going to take one of the Stephanie McMahons. That's right. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm gonna just take. I'll take regular Stephanie McMahon. I'm gonna take that level 5 mic skill, and I'm gonna do something with it. It's a big swing right here, a lot to deposit, but I think she will be.
WCW drafts Stephanie McMahon.
And then for my pick here, we're going to go right to it. We took Thrasher in the last round, so we don't need to wait as long as I don't accidentally scroll past him here. I got to get to level 20 first, actually. We're going to take Mosh and get the Headbangers on 2.0.
NXT 2.0 selects Mosh.
I think I'm gonna stick in the bargain bin and find me a cheap woman. I think I'm gonna go ahead,
Don't have it.
just grab a high stamina. What's that?
I was just making sure you didn't take AJ Lee because I'd already taken one
Okay.
when you were sitting there.
No, I said bargain bin. That's 260 thou, my friend. So I'm gonna take a Lola Vice, a nice cool 60K to help offset some of that Stephanie McMahon budget I just bit into. Get me someone with high stamina that I can use and abuse. So give me a new Vice. That is Lola Vice.
WCW picks Lola Vice.
The other half of the tag team I was thinking of, we're going to pair JC Mateo with Tala Tonga.
All right, so we're going to grab a channel legend here, but it's not a traditional jobber. It's just the son of Bull Buchanan. We're going to grab Brooks
yeah.
Jensen.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and see what that little mouth can do. Give me Tyler Bate.
All right, and I know my next selection here. So we're going to try to pair him up with Brooks Jensen here. We are going to take Charlie Dempsey.
All right, I know my next selection here. So I'm gonna go ahead. I got nervous. The boys kept hovering over him. They probably were not even on this guy's radar, but this guy's on my radar. So I want to nab him up. Where did he get?
Logan Paul.
Logan
Oh
Paul.
gosh. There we go. Right here. Stacked McSlacks. He looks looks kind of like Steve-O almost,
Look
but
how he's stacked.
he is stacked. So I'm excited to add. He's very high stamina and just adds a little bit of depth.
And I know my pick again because I know there's a group in NXT right now called Birthright, but we're not doing Birthright. We're doing our own version. And people might think the name is worse. People might think the name is better, or they might think the name is exactly the same. But we're doing the Fortunate Sons, and the third member of that group is going to be Lexus King.
Boys, I'm gonna go down the Nile River. I'm gonna get Ivy Nile, excuse me. Level, her stamina is up to 80, so I'm just gonna get her to stash and to also abuse.
WCW drafts Ivy Nile.
With my next selection, I know I said I was done with the ladies, but with only 4, I do feel like I want to stack up the ladies just a little bit more so I don't have to go and sign one, because that would be the worst for my brand, is to have to go sign one and waste more money, because the value of 122,000 over 50 weeks is going to be better than going to make a free agent signing. So give me Thea Hale.
W picks Thea Hale.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a jobber to fill out the rest of my ladies, because we need somebody to tag team with Thea Hale. And we had a comment from Fluffy Dog 987 that said, you know, he's got to be locked into the Codyverse, because he said, wait a minute, B Hale. So that's what we're doing here. We're taking Quinn B to team up with Thea Hale and create B Hale. See ya, the Hale, Ye Hale, or whatever the hell was before.
Quinn B.
Ye hail.
Ye Hale.
Wow. Okay. Look at all these puns I could be making, but I'm just gonna get to the pick. I saw her, and I was like, ooh, I hope nobody takes her, because I feel like she's good value. I'm gonna take Tatum Paxley. I'm gonna take a Cody favorite, because for 68 grand, I feel like she gives me some more needed depth. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's why we're taking her. So give me T-Pax.
WCW picks Tatum Paxley.
All right, so with my next pick, Spring Training's going on, World Baseball Classic's going on. So we're bringing an athlete here. We're taking Billy Slugger.
NXT 2.0 picks Billy Slugger.
Nice, and we get to immediately follow it up with the other half of
yeah,
our
I know it's
athletic
coming.
squad. We're taking Carrie Rush.
NXT 2.0 drafts Carrie Rush.
You know what? I just said to the guys, you know what? What am I even doing? And I think that's because I've reached my wit's end. I'm actually going to be tapping out of the draft right here, right now. I only got 1.3 million left. I think I'm gonna use it to reserves. I think I'm gonna go maybe just save that money for a rainy day. Save that money for some logistics and things of that nature. I got a pretty decent roster size. I got 26 people total, so I'm gonna end it there. We're gonna lock it in. Look at this, dude. Best draft, dude. Freaking stacked, baby. And I'm not actually gonna hit anything. I'm gonna let you two figure that out, putting the controller down so I don't ruin anything else.
Yeah, I think with my last lady pick, for sure this time, 100%, I got the Red Flame. Maybe we'll do some intergender matches. I don't know, maybe they'll get into a feud themselves or something like that. But we got the Red Flame. Let's get red.
CW drafts Red.
And Cody just said it. He reminded me that somebody named Red Monsoon, you know, maybe that's a faction of Red Monsoon, and the Red Flame. We're all red here on ECW. Give me Red Monsoon.
I'm going to make a little bit of a splash here towards the end of my draft. I was looking for a heel female, and she's not in our main MyGM series yet, and I'm a big fan. I'm going to take Naomi.
NXT 2.0 select Naomi, the GM.
And then I am getting closer to the end of my draft, but there is one more thing I want to do. It's on the boys' side of things here. So with my next pick, I've got to scroll just a little bit here, but I know who I'm going for. I know where I'm heading on this beautiful, beautiful journey, and I am taking Jive Owens.
NXT 2.0 chooses Jive Owens.
All right, I'm also getting close to the end of my draft as well, but I thought might as well in our tag team, couple of bad boy tag teams. So I'm going to go ahead and select Rangvald. And to team with Rangvald, of course, we searched for him a lot in 2K25 at the start. I'm going to go ahead and select Argus the Great.
W selects Argus the Great.
All right, and then I'm going to go right back on the scroll because I had someone in mind to team with Jive Owens. There was someone that just, I felt like it just made sense.
You're just jived.
Oh, I don't know why. When you said something there, maybe I was like, wait, did I go past the J's? Because teaming with Jive Owens is going to be Jackson
Ooh.
Smooth.
Ooh, daddy.
2.0 drafts Jackson Smooth.
All right, boys, I've got one more team. that I know I want to bring in here. It was a team that was on my mind for a little bit. I kind of forgot in the middle of the draft. I'm at 1.3 mil. I might regret spending more here, but I'm telling myself these are permanent stars. So as long as I can keep them happy, it'll be worth it in the long run. And no, it's not the Americanos. We're going to go up a few here. We're going to be taking Doink the Clown.
You know, I have Eddie Guerrero, so you might as well go ahead and take his son. Give me Daddy Dom. I'm tempted to take Pete Dunne. This might be my last pick, but if this is not my last pick, Pete Dunne might be my last pick, but I want to snipe a little Ludwig Kaiser before doing anything else.
All right, so we took Doink the Clown, and I know what everyone's thinking, but we're going to go with another pair for Doink the Clown with financials in mind here. So we're going to take Braden the Dark.
Yeah, and I'm looking at money too, and I do want to get our boy for Tyler Bate, but I think what I'm going to do is maybe see how Tyler Bate does on the singles circuit before going and maybe getting a tag team partner. So I am going to end my draft. Look at these absolute legends on ECW.
All right, folks, I was debating on what to do. Do I take Pete Dunne? Do I take Pete Dunne and refuse to ever let him team with Tyler Bate? No, we were looking at Psycho Clown, saying, all right, does he join the Clown College? He is a face, so he would need to turn, or the other two gentlemen would need to turn. I'm aware of my budget, but damn it, we're here to have fun. There's no AI to worry about. I just have two handsome gentlemen to worry about. And Psycho Clown, also handsome, I think could be an aid for me. So even though it's going to run our budget lower, we are taking Psycho Clown as our final pick. All right, folks. So I said Psycho Clown is going to be my last pick. It is. We've only got $550,000 in the bank, but it's too fun. It's been too fun having all these amazing choices to pick from that you normally don't get to pick from. So I am the last one to finish my draft. And there's Mr. Fuji with Abracadabra Slam hiding behind him, looking to be the true legend of the show. But we can give our full rundowns of the roster here before we go into the booking. And yes, in MyGM Turbo, you're getting 1 week of booking on our draft episode. So for Canada's ECW, it is going to be The Rock, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, Road Dogg, Kane, Billy Gunn, Trish Stratus, Sturdy Dom, CM Punk, Molly Holly, Eddie Guerrero, Ludwig Kaiser, The Miz, Eric Ivar, Thea Hale, Tyler Bate, Jordan Grace, Tala Tonga, JC Mateo, Quinn B, Paragon J. Pierce, The Luck, The Red Flame, Clint McDougal, Battleship Brittany, Red, Ace Backdraft, Rangvald, John the Fish Herman, Red Monsoon, Argus the Great. Then for NXT 2.0 run by myself, Cody, it is going to be Shawn Michaels, Macho Man Randy Savage, Vader, Sensational Sherry, Doink the Clown, Bianca Belair, Jamal, Psycho Clown, Haku, Tama, Rosie, Mosh, Thrasher, Brock, Lesnar, Naomi, Triple H, Chyna, AJ Lee, Charlie Dempsey, Lexus King, Brooks Jensen, Abracadabra Slam, Jive Owens, Braden the Dark, Bobby Marquis, Kerry Rush, Carolina Reaper, Flint McStones, Billy Slugger, Jackson Smooth, Flex Mignon, Robin Reaper, Nick Clipper. And then finally for Cheek, who is going to be WCW for this MyGM Turbo, he's got The Undertaker, Cactus Jack, Mankind, Goldberg, Steve Austin, Andre the Giant, Stephanie McMahon, Becky Lynch, Dude Love, John Cena, Kit Wilson, Elton Prince, Sol Ruka, Zoe Stark, Rusev, Ivy Nile, Julia, Kiana James, Tatum Paxley, Lola Vice, Stack McSlacks, Cash Suplex, Triton, Silence, or Silence, or whatever the hell they said earlier, Medical Bill, Clubberella for his roster. And I'm sure you can let us know in the comments, who were you hoping to see get drafted when there were genuinely like 500 people to pick from, it felt like. We took quite a few, but I'm sure there's favorites that we missed. But we're going to get ready and book this first week here. Again, 5-minute timers, 20% of your fans lost if you do not book in time. And the season starts here with me and 2.0. So I got to set the tone here. So we're going to start the week. Triple H telling us good luck. I think we can do it. Good titles. Oh, man. Okay, we're not going to change any titles, but let's get the tag titles on to... We'll go Mosh and Thrasher for the tag champs. Men's champ, let's get that on... We're going to go Baby Brock. And our world championship, we're going to go right up top here with Shawn Michaels. We'll figure out who to feud with them. Women's side of things, I think we're going to go with Bianca. And then the women's tag champs, we'll just give those to Billy Slugger and Carrie Rush. Submit it through. We get a 2-bit arena. We get a contract negotiation. We get a bad pub 3. We get an injury rehab 3. We get an injury rehab 3. We get a 2-bit arena. We get an increased match cost. We get a beginner's luck 3. And if we do not book our most popular specialist, we get power up. That's a lighter version of Sonya Deville's card. So our most popular specialist is the Macho Man. And he can't be booked in anything. So that's a little tough here week 1, but I think we go for that. So we're going to have Shawn Michaels and Vader be our attempted opening feud for the world title. I don't know if we're going to put all the belts on the line, but I'm going to try to get our champions in their feuds early. So we went Mach Thrasher. They're going to go against 3-minute warning. And then let's have Bianca Belair. We're going to go triple threat. We're going to go Bianca, Sensational Sherry, and Naomi, and hope that we get Bianca to pop something there. And then let's get our women's tag team match in here. This will be a lighter rated match, lower levels here. I know we don't have the face heel yet for the Reapers, but we're going to force them to be a team, even if they were meant to be evil sisters that don't like each other. So we're going to put the titles on the line, and then we'll turn Robin Reaper during one of the early shows. Then we've got one other match here. So got a second to breathe. Just wanted to move quickly to start. I think we're going to go right here. Haku and Tama, the Islanders. And then we're going to have them take on 2 of the 3 out of my forced group of the Fortunate Sons. We're going to go Lexus King, Charlie Dempsey. There, promo-wise, Macho Man can't be booked. We're going to have Brock come out, get some popularity. We're going to do a training on the... Oh, man. It's down. So my draft, can't tell. We basically went, you're either 20 plus or you're 0. So going to be some mixed results out of my brand early in the year. We'll see if that strategy ends up amazing or terrible. But we're going to try to use training promos early to give us some aid, hopefully give us some levels here. Let's get the Canadian Clippler out there. And then I know I want this to be a team, so we're going to rule change Flex Mignon because we have more face teams. Or actually, we got a second to think. So Clown College is going to be heel. Headbangers are face. 3-minute warnings heel. That's 1-2. DX is face. 2-2. Fortunate Sons heel. 2-3. Okay, Jive and Jackson are face. We're pretty balanced. Let's go. We're gonna make you heel. If that ends up being the wrong way, we'll circle back. Got a minute 24. Fixed match could probably be helpful. Physio is definitely gonna be helpful. So I know we came into this kind of light on the budget, but I think we're going to grab that stuff right away. I'm going to hold on the tables card unless I have a challenge to buy all the power cards in the store. We're going to try to quickly see what we've got here. I'm not actually locking these into my brain at all. I'm kind of just looking if I have a thing to buy all the power cards so many times. 10 power cards against our brains. Purchase all the power cards before a show, so we are going to buy it. We're going to get the tables. Okay, now we got to get stipulations in a curve. This is going to be the main event. This is going to open. We're going to put the titles on the line here to help it out. Oh, God. Okay. You guys go TLC. We're going to help this out by making it a tornado tag. And this is going to be tables. And I think that is going to be our first show here with 25 seconds to spare. Glancing it. And we're going to go ahead and send it in.
All right, ACW, we only got 5 minutes, and guess what? Oops, click on the game. We got to go in. I was born for this, baby. Yeah, talk is cheap. No belts. What I want to quickly do, customize this belt. It's dangerous, but we're going to make it the Hardcore Championship, baby. And I think we're going to go ahead. And I think we're going to get, oh, geez. We're going to put The Rock as our world champion, as our tag champions. I think I'm actually going to get... I'm gonna do New Age Outlaws, and then for our ECW Hardcore Champion, I'm gonna give it to Paragon J Pierce. That's what I'm gonna do. And we don't have any women, so let's finalize that. We got network specialists. We got power up. We got power up. We got homecoming.
Whoa.
We got contract negotiation. We got power up. We got blinded shasha. All right, power up is that we could get all these for
Just
one of
one.
them for free.
Just one.
Just one.
It's a lighter version now since it's not a GM card.
Ooh,
Okay.
what's that?
That is an example of do not sign. So that's one of the
Right.
random
okay.
downloads.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my power ups right now. We're gonna get bigger. They are. And I'm gonna get an injury rehab too. Just why not? Or injury rehab 1 as well. Because why not? We're gonna book the Rook, and he is gonna go up against. We're gonna do Kurt Angle, and then we're gonna do tag team. Oops. My OCD has to have the champion second against RVD and Kane, unless I want to get an established tag team instead to make sure they have chemistry like Eric and Ivar. But I think I will just do RVD and Kane. We'll throw that on as well. Do a triple threat tag to get Ace Backdraft, get Fire and Order. Where are they? Here he is, McDougal. We're gonna get some of these guys in here. We're gonna get. Stop ticking at me, dude. It's scaring me. We're gonna get. Oh shit, they're not. JC Mateo and Talatonga, nice. They come together. It's perfect. And we're also gonna get. We're gonna get Red Flame and Red Monsoon together as well.
Big
And we're gonna.
red.
Oh jeez. Okay, we're gonna make it a tornado tag as well. What we're also gonna do is we are going to have Paragon J Pierce in a triple threat match against. He is gonna go up against. We're gonna do the Miz, and we're going to do. Who else gonna do? Let's do Eddie Guerrero, triple threat. Put it in tables. We got to get our ladies in here. Let's do that. And we'll get them in an Extreme Rules match. We know we need to flop one of them role change, I think, because Eric and Ivar face. I think, and those two are face. We're going to get Rangvald to swap to a heel. We are going to have. I think we're going to have Battleship Brittany do a self-prom. We're going to get training going as well for somebody like Queen Bee. Get her up. She's got to get training before she get in the ring. And then I think what we do is another training promo, and we're gonna get the Lock training as well. We want something on here. You know, let's just have a banger to open this one. This one's gonna be backstage brawl. This one's gonna be a last man standing match. And isn't that that's false count anywhere? Oh boy. Can I quickly search for a level 25 and get the homecoming going? The only we're gonna do Mark Henry for sure. 1 week of Mark Henry. Can't even tell what he's got because we only got 30 seconds left. Mark Henry, 2 weeks, and then he's gonna be on the brand. And quick looky loo, and I think that's all we're gonna be able to pull off. I think I'm pretty happy with how this show has. Oh, and we did our commissioner goal. Sick. We only got 13 seconds left, so let's lock this one in.
And before Cheek starts there, I'll call out too. That would have been a scenario where it could have happened in a panic. If Eddie Guerrero had gotten signed there, he is already on a brand. So basically, our house rule is if you sign somebody that's on another brand, the one version of a superstar, you would just have to immediately release that superstar the next chance you got. So
Ooh.
Canada was ready. He went to Mark Henry, but I thought that was an opportunity where we could call that out quick before.
Oh, what we're
Wait.
addressing right here, right now. This is WCW. Here we go. Just wanted to check in. I'll be in the hunt. I'll just say that. All right, here we go. Let's pick some champions. All right. My champion is Triton. Come on now. All right. WCW Tag Team Champions. I think for the sake of sakes, we'll get pretty deadly in there. And then, ooh, WCW. I feel like Cena's a pretty fair one for men's champ. So there we go. We'll flip it over. And we will go to the ladies. Ladies tag. Ladies tag. Let's get... Let's do Soul. We'll do Soul and Ivy Nile. And then ladies champ, we're going to be Becky Lynch. Alright, there we go. Contract, negoti, veto, pre-match, advertising. Wow, I didn't get near as cool ones as you guys did. And a 2-bit arena, so probably not going to be too hyper fixated on that. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out a card real quick like. So we're going to get... Let's do... Triple threat. We'll get Zoe. Ooh, they're all healed. Ugh. Do we have any nice ladies? Yeah. Tatum Paxley, Julia, Becky Lynch for the title. Do we have any female tag? Let's get our tag champs. Big heel action. Oh my god. Yeah. Kiana James. Zoe Stark for the title. I feel like that'll be pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And then we're gonna get John Cena. John Cena, and let's have... Ooh, I need a heel. I need a bad boy. He's a bad boy. Type of Rusev. So Cena and Rusev. And then we're gonna get, where's his big ass? We're gonna get Triton in here. We're gonna get Triton. We're gonna get Taker. Gotta get Andre the Giant. We're gonna give Stone Cold Steve Austin. All a mixed bag. And I don't want to leave Goldberg out on night one, so we're going to throw him in. And then now we're going to get to some tag team wrestling, I think, right away. I got to see if there's anything here. I got to see if Mankind... We're going to go Cactus Jack. We'll see if Mankind and Cactus Jack can get any action going on. So we're going to do... this, and I think these popularities, I think this will be proper curvature. We're gonna get this extreme rules. We're gonna get you guys. Let's backstage brawl it, baby. Let's spin, spin, spin. And then we're gonna go, we got a minute left, we're gonna we're gonna have some advertising. We're gonna have Dude Love advertise. We're gonna have oh yeah, duh, Stephanie McMahon. That's why we got her. Duh. And then I don't know if we have anybody else worth a flippity flu, so we're gonna just have my boy Cash Suplex do a little advertising. So that's gonna be our show. It is what it is. I'm gonna grab a get schooled.
5 seconds.
Royal match. Battle Royale. Oh nah.
Uh-oh.
I think we're gonna pass on it.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh, you got the ring bell, dude.
I got a ring bell. Gonna get dinged.
damn. All right, so we start off on 2.0 opening contest. Headbangers versus 3-minute warning. Tag titles on the line, tables match here. Headbangers get the victory. 3.5 stars and a level 1 feud. Brock on the self promo, grabbing 1 popularity. Then we got the Islanders versus the Fortunate Sons. Hoping we get a tag feud here. Islanders win in a 2-star match. We do get the feud. Brooks Jensen training promo gets 5 ring XP. We take that. Triple threat, Bianca, non-title here against Sensational Sherry Naomi. We're hoping Bianca gets a feud with one of these two ladies. Sensational Sherry gets the win, and she gets a feud with Bianca, so we're cool with that. 2.5 stars. Canadian Clippler, he gets 6 ring XP in his training promo, so we take that. Then we got Tornado Tag here. I don't know what exactly we're going to call Kerry Rush and Billy Slugger. I'll debate about it and think about it for a little bit, but then the Reapers here, Robin and Carolina. Robin will get her turned at some point, so I don't expect this to rate well. The Reapers win. They get the gold, 1 star. We get a feud there. They'll be match 2 or 4 over the course of that whole feud. Flex Mignon, we turn him heel so he can get paired up with Flint McStones for Flint and Flex. So that goes well. And then the main event, world title on the line, Shawn Michaels, Vader TLC match here. And it's going to be Vader getting the title night 1, 4.5 stars, and a feud begins. So not mad about how that show came out.
Here we go over to ECW. Starting this one off in a backstage brawl. We got Kane, RVD against the New Age Outlaws. And if I click on the screen, I can simulate. And the New Age Outlaws are going to keep the titles in a classic 4.5-star match. Rangvald's now a bad boy. And then we got the, what I call them, Fire and Order against MFT against the Red Flame Monsoon. I have to workshop the Red Flame Monsoon, but that's okay. We got a 1-star match, but the Tall Tongas and the Short Tonga, they're going to go ahead and win this one. Battleship Brittany says you're going to know my name for popularity. And I didn't turn the title on for this one, which is okay. I'm okay with that. But it is a tables match, or not for the hardcore title, just to have them all battle it out. And Paragon J. Pierce at level 25 is going to put on a good show. And Pierce and Eddie Guerrero are going to start a rivalry in a 2.5-star match. Quinn B is going to get 7 ring XP. We'll take that. And we got, of course, our ladies. No titles on ECW for the ladies, but Molly Holly is going to punch upwards and beat Trish Stratus in a 2.5-star match. And they're going to start a rivalry, which we like. The Luck. No, only 1. Damn it, the Luck. We're going to have to work on you, buddy. But in the last man standing, it's The Rock versus Kurt Angle for the ECW World title. And The Rock is going to retain in a 4.5-star match. We did our curve really well.
All right, here we go. We got Pretty Deadly putting their belts on the line against 2 versions of Mick Foley in an Extreme Rules tag team match. And we're going to have 2 of the 3 faces of Foley come away with a big dub, and your new tag team champions. No rivalry pop. Dude Love says, "Woo, daddy, we did pretty good tonight, didn't we?" And then gets us 12 grand. And then Becky Lynch going to put her title on the line just in a normal match against Julia, and Tatum Paxley going to earn a shot at the title. And Julia going to come away in a bit of an upset, and sparking a rivalry is Tatum Paxley and Becky Lynch. And then Becky Lynch, she's pissed, but not pissed because she got double booked. She's pissed because she lost her title, gets 12 grand. And then the tag team women's champs gonna put their belts on the line against Kiana James and Zoe Stark. 2 worthy foes, but not worthy enough on this night, as Sol Ruka and Ivanao keep their gold. And then Stephanie McMahon with $12,500, showing off her beautiful skills on the mic. And then Rusev and Goldberg, a couple similar looking guys, trying to go up and steal John Cena's gold. Can John Cena maintain his men's title? He does not. Goldberg spears him for the big upset victory. He comes away, and Rusev and Cena spark a level 1 feud. And Cash Suplex, my boy, just comes out and just fumbles the mic hard, loses 7 popularity, and only at the sad gain of $2,500. Tough debut for Cash Suplex, but one of these men is going to be our WCW World Champion. It's a backstage brawl, and it is of epic proportions. You got Triton, Undertaker, Andre the Giant, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and of course, Undertaker going to overtake Triton and get the dub. Andre and Triton, two giants, start a feud, and then Austin and Taker start a feud as well. Undertaker, your new heavyweight champion.
All right, so for our booking here, Canada going to get amazing booking on ECW, good booking for myself on 2.0, good booking for Cheek at WCW. For our score here, I get a 106 rating score, 39,000 fans. We lose $28,000. We get the tag chemistry on the headbangers. For Canada, he's going to get a 114 rating score, $51,000 and 51,000 fans. Loses $115,000, but of course had the big signing to get Mark Henry. For WCW, going to be a 109 rating score, 33,000 fans. And then you can see there that marker for the timer running out, minus 20% of those fans, and then gets $2,400. I grab a power-up card for my commissioner goal. Canada going to grab a gift school 3 for his commissioner goal. And these are the standings after the first week of Chaos. So Canada in first place, 12,000 fans ahead of me in second, and 6,000 fans ahead of Cheek in third. So that is where we are going to be closing it for this opening episode. We wanted to get the draft. We knew that'd be chaotic, but we also wanted to show you a week of the booking here. So we'll do our fast wrap-ups here right in the order that we are in the standings. So Canada, how do you feel? First week of 5-minute booking and having this wide array roster that we've got.
Yeah, it was kind of intense, but I think we got the budget, and I think we got the mindset. We got Mark Henry, where Xavier Woods, we're only ECW, so no women's champion, but man, we put on quite a good first show, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, and then on my side, the biggest thing was I wanted to have Shawn Michaels fight either Vader or Macho Man, and then the other one I was going to have fight Abracus Slam. Since I had the challenge to not book Macho Man, it just made me forget to book Abracus Slam, so that felt like a miss by me. He's my, hand-appointed level 25 local talent getting to be a superstar, and I literally missed booking him the first week. So that was a miss by me, but other than that, we feel pretty good. We had some good luck getting rivalries started. The biggest thing for me is I'm going to have to work up the ring XP on a lot of people because, again, my draft strategy was 20s, 25s, and then a lot of 0s and 5s. So I've got to build up those 0s and 5s to create the balance and hope that the superstars can carry in the meantime. Cheek, to you. The best spot you're in right now is you've got that huge budget to make the moves you need to make. You can lap Canada and I potentially on some things. You did have the timer hit you the first week, but we just wanted to show what it looked like if that time ran out.
I just wanted to give everyone a glimpse into what it would be. I'm sure it's going to be a very rare thing. I just kind of forgot to go ahead and submit. I was looking at that last power card, trying to read quickly what it was, and then just right at the buzzer, it nipped me. But I think, having it early on, I think it's something I can overcome. I'm ready to strike, though. I got a lot of money in the clip, and I'm ready to spend and make my ascent up the mountain.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And hopefully you all watching enjoyed. Again, this is our first MyGM Turbo of 2K26. This will be a one-season save where we've got the timers. We're not doing the long storylines. We're not spectating any matches. This is a faster version for those of you that do not prefer the long form. If you prefer the long form, that's not going anywhere. That'll be here all year long. And if you just like hanging out with us, it just means you get more MyGM content all around. So in the next episode of MyGM Turbo, we'll start booking out, and how many weeks we get just kind of depends on the pace of play that we have episode to episode, week to week, but it should be a lot of fun. So until the next video, whatever that may be, love y'all, appreciate y'all, toodles.